Hey guys, this is Frozen Tooth and Share Things Fan by 2004 here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today I'm going to be reviewing The Woman King. So, The Woman King is directed by Gina Prince by Faye Wood, stars Viola Davis, Lashana Lynch, and John Boyega, like the three A-list stars, while the rest of them are B-listers or actresses I don't know, actors. Basically, the Woman King tells the historical epic story taking place in the kingdom of Dahomey, Africa, and tells the story of African women who are warriors, and they're fighting to be free from slavery from the Europeans. The Woman King. I remember like I first heard of this movie. I was like, I wasn't really too sure about this film. Like, I wasn't sure if I was going to watch this film because like the title was just so ridiculous. Like it kind of kept me away because honestly, like the title, The Woman King, is just so stupid. Like, I mean, it's like making a movie titled The Man Queen, and that would be sound even worse. Yeah, I mean, this is title. This sounds like an absolute joke and a first draft. Yeah, I mean, I really don't like this title, and although yeah, I mean, looking at the people involved in the some of the images, I mean, I figured that this is going to be an Oscar baity movie that's going to be critically acclaimed. So the moment when I saw the trailer for The Woman King, I knew I was going to give this movie a chance. I knew that this is going to be a great movie. The trailer really impressed me, and I was like, okay, well, it looks actually really good, but it was never really in my top 10 most anticipated movies, not even like for the rest of the year until now. But I was always excited for this from when the trailer dropped. And yeah, but yeah, I stand by that. I hate the title. The Woman King title is so stupid, and yeah, I mean, it it's like saying I mean, it kind of sounds like like a female version of the Lion King, like, but like it sounds like the Lion King told through humans, and a female version, like as if there's a female Simba who's gonna be a queen. There's a female Scar who's like probably an evil queen, and there's a female Mufasa, and then like Nala's a male like that, and yeah, like, and Sarabi's also a male. That's kind of like what this title sounds like. That it sounds so bad. Like, who came up with this title? Yeah, um, I can't think of a better one. Like I would name this I probably would rename this to the the age of Diomi, the or maybe just call this Diomi. Yeah, or something like that. Just anything but The Woman King or The Man Queen. Yeah, stupid. But enough ranting about the title. Let's talk about the actual movie, like housing and quality. Since I finally got to see this in theaters earlier after school, I guess. I know I'm a little late to this because it came out like pretty late in my area. It was supposed to come out in September, but in my area it came out in October, like literally a week after Don't Worry Darling. So yeah, and so after seeing Woman King, what did I think of it? Well, I gotta say, like, wow, that was such a great movie. Wow, like, yeah, I really like this movie. I really dug it, and I think this movie's gonna get some Oscars. I don't see it winning anything. Maybe costume design. I mean, it's possible that I could win best costume design, like, or probably either this or the North. Oh wait, but I think the Northman costumes. But I think the Northman should win best costume. But I can see like there's a chance. Love the makeup and hairstyling. Technical aspects are absolutely perfect. The directing from Gina Price, Bythewood, is just spectacular. I love like the direction of it. And the cinematography looks absolutely gorgeous. Like perfect capture on the landscape of Africa. I think this could get nominated for best cinematography. If this doesn't, then I don't know what is wrong with the Oscars. Yeah, it just looks so beautiful, and just love all the effort put into it. And yeah, lighting is great. Yeah, editing is also pretty good, but not mind blowing. There's and the pacing is sometimes good, but I'll get to the pacing in a little bit. I'll get to more details about the pacing. But I think that this I no, I'll get to that part later. The cast star also really give a really good performance. Viola Davis and John Boyega, they both gave their best performances yet in their careers. Yeah, I absolutely love them both. I think they're both powerful. But I think Lashana Lynch was the standout for me. Yeah, Lashana Lynch's character was my favorite character in the film. I mean I know maybe I'm biased because she played Nobi in No Time to Die. But I still think Nomi's her best performance. But this one's second, and I did not like Lashana Lynch in Captain Marvel. I actually didn't really expect much from her, and I wasn't even sure about her being a when she was Lashana when she was announced being a Bond girl because since she was in Captain Marvel, and like I just was like what I mean. Yeah, I'll talk more about her in my upcoming top 10 Bond girls video. But let's focus on the Woman King. Yeah. I think the action is the standout for me. The action is probably the best thing about this film. It's just so badass, and it, I mean, I love the choreography. So some of the best action of the year when it comes to choreographed, and like I just love it. It's so although but the action it doesn't have perfect action like overall. I explain what's wrong with the action later when I get to my flaws because yes there are flaws with the film. And what else is there? Oh yeah, the production design is also really good. Like love how they designed Africa. It just looks just amazing and yeah, just great movie. Unfortunately though, there are some flaws with the movie. Oh yeah, I've got to mention the score is also like shout out to the score as well. Like kudos to it. The score is just amazing. It's top notch and yeah, I just really enjoy it. Yeah, but nothing else to say about it. But yeah, I definitely have a couple of flaws with the movie. Yeah, I mean, first of all, before I get to the flaws, I just want to talk about the controversy surrounding this movie. I know like this movie did get critical rate. We got that's a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes critics with a 99% audience score, which honestly I just don't really believe it because I think based on the reception, this would have gotten panned by the audience. Like this would have been like this would have had a really low audience score, but it's just weird that this has a 99% audience score. But yeah, the critical reception for this film is just so yeah, it's really divisive. Yeah, there's some people who absolutely love it. They say it's one of their favorite movies of the year, and they say it's a masterpiece. And then there are some who freaking dismiss this movie. Yeah, because this is actually a pretty historically inaccurate movie. I mean, I've heard something. I didn't really do much research about it because I want to go into this movie judging it on its own without having to call out this movie for historical inaccuracy. I mean, I usually don't mind um, history movies that are historically inaccuracy because I don't think it's easy for a movie to perfectly recapture history. I think the only movie I know that absolutely like 100% was able to perfect the history behind it, the history accuracy is Schindler's List, like the Steven Spielberg one from 1993. That was the only movie I know that perfected historically inaccurate no accuracy, like very accurate. Um I know Dunkirk was inaccurate, and that's my favorite war film of all time. Um and yeah, I'm sure there's so many historically inaccurate. The Great Showman is historically inaccurate and was just perfect. I mean no, not I won't say perfect, but that film has a special place in my heart. I love The Great Showman. And I know about I did some research on P.T. Barnum last year. For my biography writing class, I chose him. And Bohemian Rhapsody was inaccurate, and I love that movie. Yeah. So people like didn't mind those mentioned movies, maybe except The Great Showman. I guess people were okay with them being historically inaccurate, but with this movie, they dismissed this movie. They called it woke. They said critics were absolute trolls for giving the movie like a high score and saying like, oh, Sony paid them or something like that. Yeah. Really bad the controversy surrounding this film. It just sucks. Yeah, but and yeah, I think the hate, this movie gets way too much hate. I don't get the hate for this film. It doesn't deserve it, and I hope this gets nominated for a couple of things at the Oscars, even though it won't win. Um, okay, so, but seeing this movie, I can see why it's historically inaccurate, and that leads to my biggest problem with the film. No, not that it's historically inaccurate itself, but I think that the problem is it played itself way too safe. Yeah, I mean, I've heard some of the history from other people. I don't know if I said that, but I mean, based on what I've heard, the women are actually the bad guys. So yeah, but the movie just shows them as straight heroes, as straight up heroes. So yeah, it does play itself pretty safe. Yeah, it is a pretty safe movie. And yeah, I mean, I feel like they could have taken a lot more risks to like they could have actually showed them like them being bad people. Like they were actually a bad people at one point. But yeah, they didn't really show that. Also, like I don't think this movie was fits to be PG-13. Like I don't think this movie should be PG-13 because of this kind of story that's trying to tell, about slave trade, about violence, brutality, and stuff like that. This movie should have been R-rated. I mean, this felt like an R-rated movie. That's another thing that this movie wanted to be safe at. It was obviously too afraid to be R-rated. So like when, even though I absolutely love the action scenes, I can you can tell that the action is there could have been gore in it since this movie was supposed to show brutality, but then this show shows nothing, like no blood at all, which is I don't know. Yeah, the show showed blood in it, so yeah, I wish this movie could have been gory. And I don't like to judge movies based on MPAA rating. I'm kind of annoyed that people hate Venom just because it's not R rated, but The Woman King is a movie that really should have been R rated because PG-13 rating doesn't really fit the narrative of the story. Yeah. And also I think this movie does have some boring scenes. It does show it really is an Oscar bait movie. So expect some boring scenes, and there were some scenes that really dragged on for me. Like nothing much is happening, and just things to fill up the runtime. In fact, maybe I could have trimmed out like 15 minutes of it, but I don't know. Maybe would have been too short for an Oscar bait movie, I guess. But yeah, maybe I could have trimmed out like 15 to 20 minutes of it with some filler. But that's all my flaws. So overall, The Woman King is such a great movie that definitely doesn't deserve the hate it gets. I mean, even though The Woman King has its flaws, I still really dug this movie. It's a really good movie, and yeah, I would love to rewatch this movie one day. Maybe my score could go up. Maybe I could like this a lot more. But for now, as for my rating, I'd give this a very high 8 out of 10. For now, but hopefully when I rewatch this film, I can like increase. I would love to change it to 9 out of 10. On rewatch, but let's see if it's 9 out of 10 worthy or if it really solidifies to 8 out of 10. But definitely won't be a 10 out of 10 movie, and it's certainly not one of my favorite films of the year so far. So that's all for my review on The Woman King. What are your thoughts on this film? And if you haven't seen it yet, are you looking forward to it? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Bye guys.